Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Vanilla in 1.15.2. In the last episode, we kind of have finished this skeleton spawner. I want to get it fully finished today, and then the next thing that I want to do is go to the nether, go kill some blazes to get some blaze rods, and then make brewing stands, and then get a cleric villager so we can trade for ender pearls, and we can then buy ender pearls, combine them with our blaze powdery bits, go to the end, and maybe go kill the dragon, if we have time. But firstly, I did a live stream a couple days ago, and in between the live stream, I had a blue screen of death. So the stream just crashed because my entire computer crashed, and we managed to finish off those little two skeletons back there. We still need to give them some proper lighting, so they're gonna be kind of like backlit a little bit and not intervene with the spawner, hopefully. So I also want to mention that this server is now a Patreon server, so if you're a supporter for $5 or up, or also a Twitch subscriber, you can get access to this server. So please, there is a channel on the Discord. You can message me there to get yourself whitelisted. And yeah, basically, the change that we're going to be making is up here. This island is now going to be the shopping district slash maybe games, because we have quite a lot of space. So what we could possibly do is have, I don't know, a part of this be like half of this be the shopping districts, kind of like this, and then half of it be mini games if people are gonna be up for it. But I'm gonna be building a base somewhere else, and I'm gonna have to go look at it mist in the entire map and seeing where we want to build the base. Maybe we can do a guardian farm at some point, or maybe somebody else will do that, but we will decide. If you have any suggestions, it's the Hermitcraft seed, so if you watch the Hermits, you can probably know where their bases are and what they're doing, so maybe let me know where you want me to build. Maybe we can do the mesa, we could do the jungle, stuff like that. Just let me know. I have also done a little bit of enchanting in between episodes here, and we now have a Sweeping Edge 3, Sharpness 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending Sword, which is called Blitz 1.0. And then we have our Silk Touch 1.0. We have our Spoon 1.0, which is now a Silk Touch. And we also have a Lumber Axe, which is also a Silk Touch. I just enchanted another axe, managed to get Silk Touch on it, and we just combined it. Or I did a book or something like that. And then we also have our Eternal Fortune 1.0. So that is pretty cool. And I think the Fortune, once we get an Ender Chest, we're never going to lose this pickaxe. So that should be good. Also, I have a Looting 3 sword now with Sharpness 3 as well, and I'm going to see about enchanting some books and maybe some more bows. I got this bow off of a skeleton here, which has Infinity and Flame, so we can probably combine it with some of these other ones, maybe with the Power, and then get it to Power 5 and give it some Unbreaking, and we can get that. We also have an Unbreaking 3 hoe for all of our farming needs, so that's going to go into my Ender Chest at some point. I am trying to get Feather Falling boots because we basically got Feather Falling. Okay, sweet, that's perfect. So we got Unbreaking 3, Fire Protection 4, Depth Strider 3 boots, and I just would love Feather Falling. So what we're gonna do is just combine these. Is it cheaper the other way around? Nope. Okay, so 16 diamonds, or 16 diamonds, what? 16 experiences. And then we have a mending book here, and we're gonna call them, since we have fire protection on them, I think this seems like a good idea. Lava flippers. That's cool. Okay, so pretty much all of the back end building and also the redstone back here is done. I don't have it wired anywhere up to the front here just yet, because I don't know where I want to have the on and off buttons. We can probably squeeze them in somewhere here, maybe make like a corridor that leads to the elevator that I kind of want to build. Because stairs, as we said, are for losers. So maybe we can squeeze in a corridor, put a lamp there, but it really, I'd rather have the signal or the button here. And people can see the lamps turning off. So we'll just have a button here. We're going to grab the signal from back there, and we can trigger those lamps and those lamps up top. And then we can just bring the wire going directly up with some observers, or maybe just some redstone on some glass, I think would work in a snake-like pattern thing, but observers should be fine. The skeletons are still collected, or the drops are still collected in this single item hopper, and I kind of want to remedy that, and that's why we have these chests back here. We're going to have bones here, arrows here, And then here we're just gonna have the armor and the bows, and you can't sort those. I've been just sorting them manually right here. We also have a very beautiful enchanting area right over here. I also set up some personal chests, so that's enough for 10 people. I don't know how many people are gonna play here. Currently it's me and Nemo and Python, and also Erdewold for the time being. So you can set up your own chest here and have your personal storage. This is mine currently. And I've been doing some enchanted books, so we have some cool ones. We have an efficiency 4, a sweeping edge, a respiration, a fortune, a aqua affinity, a multi-shot and quick charge, and an efficiency 4 and protection 3. So the aqua affinity and the respiration is going to go on this diamond helmet. I should probably be checking which enchants I can get on this. Probably we would want maybe some blast protection. That would be cool. But I've just been trying to get a sharpness 3 book, really. I don't know if that's going to be... I'm breaking 3. That's neat. I don't know if that's going to be really possible with this, because the farm is kind of slow. And at some point, actually, I want to get a dog, too. So we can just AFK here and just get XP passively. So we need to set it up so that the dog will have access to those skeletons once it's fully complete. But... let me go get the hoppers, and we can see if we can put a dropper somewhere down here, drop it into a water stream, go up over there and sort all the stuff out, and then just drop the rest onto a cactus. I think that will work. So I need a little bit of ice for our storage system at the skeleton spawner, and me thinking that ice spawns in cold oceans and mistook him from frozen oceans, I went on a journey all the way over here, which is a cold ocean, and I discovered that there's a roofed forest, so we can get ourselves some dark oak saplings, and then we're probably gonna go on top of this hill over here and see if we can place down some water and make it freeze so we can get ice, because ice, we have a data pack that we can craft it into packed ice, or maybe that is even just a vanilla recipe. But we can decraft it down as well. So we can just get ourselves some packed ice that way and use it for our storage system. And we now have our very own ghetto ice farm. It's going to be enough for what we need, but eventually we're just going to go to the ice spikes biome and we can just mine blue ice and convert it down to ice. We don't have to farm regular ice and convert it back up into packed ice or blue ice. But this will do for the moment. I can just mine it like so, and then we can go over here to the crafting table. I can get out, and we can just turn it into packed ice. That's probably enough for what I need, but I might spend maybe like another 10 minutes or maybe 20 over here. I'm back at the skeleton spawner with 28 packed ice, which should be plenty for what we need. We only needed to put it in between where the water ends and the next water starts, so the items keep enough momentum to cross the block, and you'll see that once I get it built. But I decided to hook in the redstone, so we have this button here. I will also put a sign as well so people know, but we can push the button. You can see the lamps turn off, skeletons start spawning, push the button again, lamps turn on, and have that little nice animation there, which is really great. So to get access to the redstone, we're just going to place some scaffolding here so I can show you how it all works. It is super simple. I pretty much have a redstone line coming over here up to the top, and underneath this block is a redstone torch tower. So that's just a block, a torch, a block, a torch, and so forth to transfer the redstone signal up. And by default, it is off. And then when we click the button, we power this piston, which pulses this piston, which pulls the redstone block back and turns the lamps off. And we don't even need that redstone dust there. So that just turns this on. And then I needed to transfer the signal down here. And since I tested before with a full 15 strength of redstone on this one with the redstone torches, I decided to just keep it that way. And it's a little bit more delay in between, which is perfectly fine. But basically the torch turns on, which turns this redstone on, which turns these redstone torches off, and it turns all of those lamps off in sequence. So that is pretty much the redstone, and it's all done and complete, which is really great. Okay, so we can just tear this down now, and we can work on the redstone for the storage. So I will keep the spawner off because I don't want skeletons dropping on my head here. So what we need to do is firstly tear down a few of these stairs here, and we're gonna get back behind here into this ravine. I think I'll just build another layer of blocks right here. And I have gone in between episodes here through this ravine and I've lit it up, and most of it is an ocean, but some of it is, most of it is the Mushroom Island and some of it is the ocean. That's where we were having the mob spawns. I think over there was a lot of mobs. So we're just gonna build a little bit of a platform back here. I believe I have everything set up for our filters and all of the redstone and all of the water behind it. So what we have back here is a little dropper that has a circuit that I'm going to show you in a moment that drops items into the water and goes around there, and then I need to come around here. So it comes over here, zerp, and then zerps over this packed ice, goes onto the soul sand, shoots up, then goes over there, and then over the filters, and then over there, and then over these two hoppers, because these are just going to be the rest of the junk, and then everything else cactus. So that pretty much works. And what we need to do is over here in the filters, we need to set them up. But let me first show you the dropper circuit here. So it's super simple. It uses no redstone dust, which means it's less laggy than a redstone dust dropper would be. So what we have is we detect it with a comparator if the dropper has any items, and then it turns off this torch, which basically turns on this clock, which is just 4 observers and 2 rails. And you can see the facing of the observers, so it basically just goes in a loop like this. And since it powers the block underneath the dropper starts shooting items out. So what we can do is we can test it by, let's say, tossing in, I don't know, like 8 bones, and you can see it go, boom, boom, boom. Items go down here, shoot up, go over, and then into the hoppers. Sweet, sweet. So the filters here, we're gonna set up top. So let's just scaffolding up a little bit here, right? So the filter needs to have bones, as it has right now, and then we need the hashtag filter. So it's just a renamed item. It can be named anything or everything you want it. And then we put in just a stack of items to get it filtered. So we're gonna do that, and then I think I have a stack of arrows. Okay, arrows as well, and it should drain to 41, and then the hashtag filter. And the way this filter works is the comparator detects as soon as there is 42 of this item over here, because it counts these as well. So that would be a total of 46 items. So for every item that is 46th gets filtered down, because this redstone turns on this repeater, which turns off that torch that is on the back of this block. But I shouldn't be explaining how filters work. You probably know that. So it just does the thing, and it drops items into here, and then it gets them filtered. And all of the rest, so the bows and armor, is just going to end up in here. It's going to get messed up. I currently been keeping bows here and armor here, but it's all going to be just a mess, which is fine. So that is pretty much the filter complete, and we should have items being sorted. So we can now fix this whole shebang. So we're going to get a stripped log here, and I get a couple bone blocks here, and I think we're going to add another log there, so we can do that. And then I think we can put like a stair just to hide the thing, maybe. So we can do something like this. Bam. And it's kind of nice and hidden. I wish I could have I could have the redstone lamp. I don't know if it would interfere with the spawner, but this does work. You still pick up some stuff, and we could possibly get it sorted by putting a minecart hopper underneath here. But then we would have to go into here and it would be more complicated. So if you get some stuff, you can just toss them onto the hopper or just manually sort them if need be. But that's pretty much it. So this is a fully complete project, I think. Well, not really. The ceiling. So that is the next tackle, and then also the elevator. What am I talking about? It's nowhere near done. Anyway, we can turn this on now as well. And we're gonna see if everything functions the way it should be, and then we're gonna work on the ceiling. I have finished off the ceiling right here. This is how it looks. I think it looks really cool. I love the plus over there, and I love the lanterns in the middle. I think it looks really, really nice. It's nice and simple, nothing too complicated here. And I kind of had to change this one because of those bone blocks protruding a little bit, and also those stripped bark blocks or stripped spruce logs protruding here. So I kind of hid them with some trapdoors, and I made a different type of ceiling here. So that is what we have now. And now we're gonna work on the elevator. I'm just gonna have like this trippy little path with just spruce and bone block. And then over here, we're gonna set up a super simple system for having the dispenser trigger and the minecart take off. So what I need to do is get underneath here so we can get some redstone in. So we need to trigger the dispensers. So that's gonna be powered right here. And then we need to trigger the rail, which needs to be on by default. And when you sit in the minecart, it should turn off. So what we can do is we can place a block here and a redstone torch there. And I think I'm gonna put these guys on some bone blocks because I wanna have a circle of bone blocks going around. So we're just gonna add the rail like so. So you can see the rail is on now. And then in here, we're gonna add a couple of repeaters. One is going to be for the dispenser, and this one's going to be on 4 ticks for the torch for the rail. So then we can just add some redstone dots right here, like so. And then if we walk over this, the minecart's there. We walk off, the minecart goes. So that's kind of what we want, right? So the other thing that I would kind of want is to have this a little bit hidden, because this is how we're going to have it. And I can just run a bone block layer here. That means that this block is going to be in the way, so we can't click in the minecart. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a piston here that's going to turn off. And it's going to be on by default. And I need to just figure out where I want to run the redstone. And check this out. Yeah, piston goes away, that goes there. Cool. And what we're going to do is just add a bone block that I need to face upwards, like so and like so. And then we need to remove that one. Actually, we don't, because it's not cutting off the redstone. That's fine. And now I'm stuck. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let's do the minecart. So we walk here. Minecart drops. We click in. And we go on. Sweet. Okay. I decided to just finish off the elevator, and we can easily drop down through this water. We take no fall damage. And then over here, I currently don't think I have minecarts inside just yet, but we can add a couple minecarts here in this hopper, and I will also add some bone blocks if I go grab some. Here we go. And also possibly the glass that I would need. There we go. Because we need to block this off, and we can block this guy off like that. And then we need also some blocks up there. Boom, boom. That makes it look cool. And I need to finish off the edges here on the bottom. But basically, we walk in, sit in the minecart, rail turns on, we go on our merry way, we glitch a little bit into the glass, which is fine, minecart breaks, and then it ends up in this dispenser. This doesn't need to be a dispenser, it's just I've crafted 40 dispensers with all the bows that we had downstairs, because dispensers are a pain to craft, which are not in here, because we have some special recipes. You can combine a dropper directly with a bow to get a dispenser, which is really nice. And then you can also do 3 string and 3 sticks and a dropper to get dispensers, so you can craft them in bulk, which is, again, just such a nice thing and should be a thing in vanilla, I think. Crafting with unstackable items is just a pain. So over here, I want to show you again how you set up that super simple lag-friendly dropper or dispenser thingy. So what you need to do is add a couple observers facing this way. I believe that sent off the minecart, and it ended up in that hopper down there. So you add 2 like this, and then 2 like this, right? And then down here, we need to kind of cut into the wall, which is going to be fine because anything that shoots out is going to get aligned to that wall, so it's never going to get stuck there on that lip, which is totally fine. But we need to add a powered rail right here. Then here on top, we add another building block, another powered rail, and you get a loopty clock. And then what you do to turn it off, you place a comparator, a block, and then a torch. That simply turns off the clock. And then as soon as this gets an item, like redstone does, it shoots it out, okay? And we're gonna have it covered. Can I put a string and a carpet on top? And that should still be fine, I think. Because I don't know how I want this building to look like, but I had an idea of maybe building like a tiny little skull. So just the top of the skull and having that here as the entrance. So you kind of walk in. I think you have to turn backwards. No, you walk in and you walk straight forward. So that I think should be a pretty neat thing. And now that we have the elevator fully completed, this means that this skeleton spawner's functionality and looks are pretty much complete. All I have to do is design a building for the top part. Hello. What did you give me? That was not a minecart. That's a minecart. Thank you. So I have to design a building, and I have done that in creative, but it's gonna have to wait, I believe, for the next episode, because for today I still want to just go find a blaze rod and maybe get a cleric, just so we can start getting ender pearls, and then in the next episode we can build the house here and then possibly go fight the dragon. I will see if I can organize the patrons, Python and Erdwell and Nemo, if we can go fight the dragon together, and we can even farm up some gas tiers to maybe fight the dragon a couple times so we can all get elytras and then go explore the end cities. I think that would be a really cool idea. The Nether is a spoopy place if you don't have a fire resistance potion and you have fully enchanted diamond tools with mending, and I'm just on my edge every time. I almost fell into lava like twice. I got hit by blazes, hit by wither skeletons. All of that is just so scary. I didn't record any of it because I thought it was just gonna be a blaze kill, and it was more than that, but I didn't record. So we have 4 blaze rods now. So I need magma cream. We need nether wart. Right. Okay, I guess we have to go back to the fortress if we want to find. We need nether wart. I totally forgot. All right, this time I'll bring you with me. I fixed up this pathway though. It was firstly just one white pathway out of dirt. So if you were sitting on there, a gas shot you would just directly fall into lava because the gas can break dirt. So I made it out of the smooth stone, so it's a little bit safer now, and it's also 3 wide, so it's also a bit better. And to get nether wart, we need to go inside of the fortress, and I hope it's gonna be close. Is this really... Okay, sure. So this is the inside of the fortress. Generally, there's a staircase that goes down there, but not in this generation. So maybe there we can... but do you even have an inside where I can get nether wart? Or are you just a stupid nether fortress that doesn't have an inside? That looks like a sort of inside place. Let's see. Okay, that's a blaze spawner. That's not an inside. That's not an inside. This might not have nether wart at all, because it doesn't have. No, it doesn't have nether wart. Because normally there's. Okay, fine. It's gonna be good for a wither skeleton farm. A wither skeleton farm. That's the words that I wanted to use. So we need to find a different one. I have found fortress numero 2, and I hope that we can find nether wart in here. I'm also gonna be grabbing some glowstone and some nether quartz because I'm all out of that. And I'm gonna be careful from spots like this. Bye, quartz. I don't need you in my life right now. You're okay. Okay, so let me see if I can find some warts in here. Warts. We got nether warts. Boom, boom, boom. I have soul sand, so we can leave that be, but we have nether wart. Nether warts. Woo. Now that we managed to safely maneuver out of the nether, we can get ourselves a brewing stand. And did I bring all the redstone supplies? I did. We just need a single hopper. We have the warts, we have the magma cream, and we need some redstone bits. There we go. And I think I will set up another spot for another villager. I really don't know where to put it because everything is getting kind of crammed in here. I actually might remove these because they're not that necessary. Plus, we're probably going to be automating it soon at some point. So I might just remove all of these farms over here. And we can get another villager cell over there. We now have a cleric and a semi-automatic brewing stand that we're going to just start up by doing this and then giving you another wart. And then magma cream, and then redstone dust. And that should make us fire resistance potions of the lengthened variety. And in the meantime, I'll be trading with this guy. I got some emeralds, so we can see if we can get him unlocked. And do you not? Is it going to be ender pearls? Isn't this? He's a master. He doesn't have ender pearl trade. Why do you not have the ender pearl trade? Was that changed? So I think we will need to get another cleric. So I will probably have to commit a crime in between episodes by removing this villager from existence and replacing him with another one. Possibly that guy right there. He seems like a cool looking guy. Okay, so that I think is going to be it for today. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. You can also subscribe to see new videos. You can support me on Patreon as well if you want to play with me on this very server. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye.